Hello, in this clip I'm going to talk to you about how to change and manipulate the colour of your footage to change the overall effect of your trailer. Colour is quite important in movies. Different genres will play with colour in different ways to give hints as to what's going on in the movie. For example, horrors and thrillers will often have desaturated, quite dull colours, whereas romantic comedies will often have quite bright, happy, bubbly colours. Now, the easiest way to play with the colour on your footage is to grab the clip you want and put it in your timeline and then double click on it. Then you can select the video effects button. In this menu there are a whole bunch of different effects that you can apply to your footage. These are preset effects and you can't do much with them, but there are some quite cool things in there, so have a play with them and see if there's anything you like. The other way to play with colour is to again double click that footage, but this time click the video button. Here you can manually adjust all the different colour values on that piece of footage. The first bar on the list is labelled levels. Now by default this will be set to 0%, but by clicking and dragging you can raise the levels of the primary colours in your footage from 0 all the way up to 100%, so they stand out a little bit or stand out a lot, and this can drastically change the look of your footage. Now the next three buttons on the list all play with how much light versus how much shadow you are allowing into your footage. So take about 2 minutes to play with them yourself and just get an idea of what they do. But I'm going to talk to you about the fourth one down, which is the saturation bar. Now by pulling this all the way to the bottom, you're going to take out any colour in your footage and make it black and white. But if you take it just a little bit of the way down, it's going to desaturate it just enough so those colours are dulled nicely. And so those colours aren't too bright, they're not standing out too much, which will give it a bit of a dull or kind of creepy feeling to your footage. The other way is to up that contrast all the way to the other end, and this will make your colours seem really intense and really sharp and really in your face. Now this can also be used for good effect for other reasons. So think about that and see if you can work any of that into your footage. The last thing I'm going to show you on this one is how to tint your footage a particular colour. Now this is quite easy on iMovie. Underneath that saturation bar you've got the red, green and blue bars. Now by playing with any of these or all of these together you can tinge your footage a particular colour, or also by simply playing with the colour wheel further down you can click on where you want the colour to be tending towards and your footage is going to tinge that colour. This can be quite cool for a variety of reasons, and I'm sure many of you can find ways to work this into your trailer as well. Now I've shown you all these tools separately, but they work best when they're used in conjunction with one another. Don't just use one of these tools, but try to use all of them together to get a very specific look for what you want for your trailer, and this can really change the mood of what you're trying to get across.